What's up, guys? Welcome to Cereal at Midnight. My name is Heath, and I am glad you're here, but what I'm not glad about is the way that Target has treated this Mego launch. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, here's some quick backstory. Mego was a company, it was a toy company. They were around in the 50s and the 60s, but it was the 70s that they really just blew up. The Star Trek, Planet of the Apes, like really cool, like Marvel figures and stuff. Like, I think they were 8 inches tall, and they were the bomb diggity. And they had, like, they were the industry standard for toys in the 70s. They were the industry standard. And when Star Wars came out, Star Wars went with a different model, which was the 3 3/4 inch figures. Small, cheap to produce. You could sell them cheaply, and by 1982, Mego was filing for bankruptcy, and by 1983, they were gone. All these years later, let's fast forward, all these years later, at San Diego Comic-Con 2018, it was announced that Mego was coming back to store shelves for the first time in over 30 years. And it would be a Target exclusive. And it was going to be run, there were Marty Abrams' Mego. Marty Abrams is the guy who's kind of behind the line now. It's kind of the family business. I believe his parents founded it. But Marty Abrams is the guy, like, if you've watched The Toys That Made Us, he's the guy representing Mego on those shows. So like the Star Trek episode, they talk about the Star Trek Megos. This is Marty Abrams. And he's taken a risk by trying to reintroduce the line on a small collectible level, exclusively through Target. And the figures are going to be limited to 1,000 each, which makes them collectible. Small risk, I think, for him, which is probably good. Anyway, the line, per a press release from Target, was set to launch on Sunday, July 29th. It says in-store, available in stores and online, Sunday, July 29th. So here's my story. I intended to make a video hyping the Mego release because I think it's a huge deal. A toy line coming back after 30-something years. A massive deal. And I want to do, like, I have an audience, right? Like, so I'm interested in toys and pop culture. You're watching this. You're interested in toys and pop culture. So it would be really cool to promote the line. Everybody would win. The line would win because it would get more publicity. I would win because I'd get views. You would win because you get the information and you get to see the figures. So I started asking around, like the Friday before that Sunday. Started going around to, I went to my home Target and I said, hey guys, of course there was nothing out. Which is the thing, because like the Wednesday before that Sunday, pictures started popping up on Twitter of like Targets that were on the ball and had a whole end cap set up, and people were like, wow, this is going to be amazing, because there's like Married with Children figures, and I think an I Dream of Jeannie, the Universal Monsters, Star Trek, Mirror Mirror, like a box set, like really cool stuff. And so the buzz is built, like the whole week before, the buzz is building and building. So I start asking around, and I am met with complete and utter detachment and disinterest, which, you know, I've made one other video like this before. I don't want to call this a rant video because I'm not ranting. I'm a rational man, but pointing out the error of a certain company's ways, and it was Target. It was trying to find the Stranger Things exclusive Blu-rays at Target. Target had the license for Stranger Things, but couldn't be bothered to stock them, and the employees had no idea what I was talking about on release day. So I made a video about that, and here we are, about a year later, making another video about Target dropping the ball. Disinterest from the employees. So I was like, well, if that's how my home Target's going to be, I'll just go to another Target, and I'll deal with it there. So I did. I went to another Target. This is also on a Friday. And there was a guy stocking the toy section. I was like, hey, man, you know anything about the Mego figures that are supposed to be launching this next week? And he was like, Mego, that sounds familiar. Let me get my stock sheet. So he goes and he gets his stock sheet, and he comes back and he's like, yeah, I'm supposed to be building an end cap, but I don't know when I'll get to it. It's probably not going to be today, and I'm off tomorrow, so maybe Monday. And I was like, okay, so maybe, you know, because this was Friday, so it was like, well, so not Saturday and not Sunday, so Monday? And he was like, yeah, you know, very non-committal, which I understand because he's got other stuff to do, but whatever. You'd think that for a line that's launching on Sunday, there'd be some sort of an imperative, hey guys, stock it on Saturday night. Have someone come in and stock it. But I don't think Target stocks at night. It's really strange. They seem to do their stocking just in the middle of the day. At about 11 o'clock in the morning, they just start stocking. That's my experience anyway. So, I will fast forward this to make this video not 30 minutes long. On my 6th visit to a Target, I have hit 3 separate Targets multiple times trying to check back in and see what's going on. Come launch day, I check in. No, nothing. I went to 3 Targets on launch day on July 29th. No Mego anywhere. Started asking employees, and this time employees have no idea what I'm talking about. So I take out my phone and I pull up the press release on Target.com, and I say, here's the press release. It says Mego's figures will be available in stores and online July 29th. And they're like, well, you should just get them online. That's the thing, and this is the pattern, is you tell people, hey, it shows here, and they go, well, you should just look for them online. So I was frustrated. I've been to multiple stores. I wait 2 days. Tuesday comes. I go back to my home Target, and I go to the lady who's stocking the toy shelves. I said, hey, do you work in the toy section? And she said, no, I don't. I'm like, we're working in the toy section. I didn't say this, but she's working in the toy section. And I said, okay, well, I had a question. She said, well, what can I help you with? I said, I'm looking for Mego figures. It's a whole thing. You guys have an exclusive for them, and they're supposed to be on shelves. They were supposed to be out on Sunday. She's like, Mego? I don't know what that is. So she gets on her little walkie-talkie, and she calls the entertainment desk. And he's like, yeah. And she's like, hey, you know anything about Mego action figures? And he's like, no, never heard of it. And she's like, there's supposed to be some Mego figures that we're supposed to be selling. I don't know anything about it either. And I can hear the guy, and he goes, just tell him to look online. If you got, she goes, I got a customer standing right here, and he said, just tell him to look online. So she goes, well, let me. So she pulls it up, and she's like showing me. She's like, you can order them online. Here's the picture of them right here. And I was like, yeah, but part of the thrill for me would be seeing Mego on store shelves. There's like, these have been out of circulation for like a long time, like decades, and I really just wanted to see everything and choose and look at the boxes and everything. And she was like, and now I'm getting side eye. And so she calls over the guy who's actually in charge of stocking the toy section, apparently, like the stock manager for the toy section, and he recognizes me from talking to him on the Friday before, and I can see he's like. And so, and I'm totally nice. I'm super polite. Like, I am. So she goes, he's looking for Mego. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I talked to you on Friday. And he's just like, we don't have him out. And I said, okay, do you have him? He's like, I got the stock, the barcodes right here, but I haven't put them out yet. And I said, oh, well, when do you think you'll do it? He's like, I mean, I could have it up in like a minute if you just want to wait around. And I was like, well, I mean, I don't. You think it'll be up by tomorrow? And he was like, yeah. Do you want to just tell me what you want and I'll go get it for you and bring it to you? And I was like, I mean, no, I wanted to look at them. The only word to describe the look and the attitude from both of these people at that time is disdain. Just like complete and utter repulsion and like just frustration that I'm asking for something that they're selling and it's supposed to be out days ago. So here's the moral of the story. I come back the next day, which was today, which was the 4th day of the release, when I was told the display would be up, and thank goodness I waited. Thank goodness they finally got the display up, because it's probably in the thumbnail, so spoilers have already been revealed. But here's the display. Here's the end cap right here. What in the world? So not only is there like no selection, I mean, they have a few, so it's cool they actually have a few and they're in the store. I guess that's great. I should be thankful about that. They have none of the ones that I wanted. So in the process of all this, I'm learning that my experience mirrors tons of other experiences all across the country, because Target is not stocking this. And if I was Marty Abrams, the Mego man, I would be so angry that this has been so botched. Because yes, we can order them online. Yes, I can go to Target.com. But you're dealing with a retro line of collectibles for a niche group of people who are going to be toy collectors, nostalgia collectors, pop culture enthusiasts, people like that, who are going to want to have hands-on. They're going to want it in their hands. It just a total misunderstanding of what this line is what it was supposed to be by Target. It's the disconnect seems to be between the corporate level wanting to do something and then the store level, the retail level is where it really gets let down. And you know, now maybe I can understand, maybe this is why Toys R Us is no longer around. I get that Toys R Us made really bad business decisions and that when they were acquired by the company that did buy them, they were saddled with debt that they could never pay. But there is continually a disconnect between a corporate level of a company and the boots on the ground, the people in the stores who just don't care. And I mean, of all the people that I've talked to, this is 7 trips to Target as of today. And I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I've tried 7 times. I've tried to find these figures or find out when I could buy these figures. And they don't want me to buy them. That's the thing. The people in the stores don't want me to buy them. When people have tweeted to Target and saying like, why are these not in stores? They say, well, you can buy them online. Well, I don't want to buy them online. I want to see these Megos from the 70s swinging on pegs like they did all those years ago. You don't understand the appeal of this line. It's just so unfortunate. And really, things like this, like videos like this and tweets are really the only recourse that people like us, toy fans, pop culture fans, that's really all we can do, because people have certainly spoken to Target about this, and the corporate line is like, you should just look online. They're online. But I don't feel like that's the package that was sold to Marty Abrams. I don't feel like that was the deal. And in the very press release, which I've popped up on the screen, it's very clear, in stores and online. So what it should have said is in some stores, not many, and online, and if you want them, you know, good luck. So I hate to say it, but this line seems doomed before it has even started. This was a really cool experiment. It was a really cool thought, an idea that has been executed so poorly, not by Marty Abrams, but by the retailer. Target seems to have been a very poor choice for this. And it's just a shame. It's just really unfortunate. So guys, that's this video. This is, I guess, a little bit of a rant, but you know, it's not a rant because I'm not furious. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. And I'm sad that something that could have been really cool was just buried. By the way, didn't even show up in their ad. Like, you know, Target puts out a circular every week that's in stores and it's online. It's not even in the ad. You have an exclusive that you announced at San Diego Comic-Con and you've done nothing to promote it. You don't even put it in your ad? Like, what in the world, Target? So, it's just so frustrating. You have any experiences with this? Were you excited about the Megos? Have you found anything on the shelves? Did you score the Star Trek Mirror box set? Because that looked really cool. I would love to know your thoughts about this, your store experiences. You know where I'm coming from? Have you had this happen? Or even more importantly, what would make me happy is if you had a great experience. So let me know in the comments below. We are community, we are family. So in good times and in bad, this is one of the bad times. Just tell us about it. This is a safe place. So thank you for watching. Head over to serialatmidnight.com for a ton more content. Videos 3 times a week, sometimes in the case of this week 4 times a week. So guys, thanks again. I really do appreciate you. I appreciate your time, and I will catch